Hello, I'm Ben Saltzman and I'm recording this video because I want you to know that all of the principles, all of the skills that we teach in our 3 days and in our year-longs, we practice at home with my wife Karina and my daughter Jordan. We're working this stuff, our own development and the relational skills. And at our events and with our staff for Touched and Transformed, we're constantly using the skills, practicing the skills. Now, sometimes when we get into places where there's anger or irritation, like emotional intensity, and people rub each other the wrong way, there's a tendency to split, to go your own direction, to get rid of steam somewhere else. And when we split and we don't resolve it, we tend to close our heart. And it puts distance between you and the people in your life. And when we close our heart to one person, we tend to close it to everyone. It's one of these things. And when we open our hearts to one person, to a group, we tend to open it everywhere. So this clip is of Taj, who is working at our events, and he often does sound at our events. Here you go.
It's pretty awesome. Something that happened with me when I was working at his event was I had come in a little strong. I'm an 8, so 8s can be a little strong, a little tough. And I locked horns with one of the other staff members. And so Ben called us together and said, hey, so check it out. This is what's going on. And we talked. And it was one of the most impactful moments of my life, because I had realized in that moment that I was again living this pattern that really wasn't serving me, and in fact was keeping me from being my best self, from being my highest self, and from serving, because of the way that I was showing up. And it just struck me. It struck such a deep chord inside of me, and we all ended up just being in love after that. And it was from that moment that I realized, oh, Ben's really good at this, and he knows what he's talking about on a very deep level. And that experience kind of changed my life, to be honest, because now I show up in a different way in the world.
So that was Taj. Like the kid, huh? This next clip is from Karin Robbins, who is in our year-long training and also works some of our events as a coach on staff. And this is near the end of a 3-day program, and we're in kind of our closing piece. And I had just done my own kind of heart-opening talk with the group about some of the stuff that I've really been wrestling with. It's been painful for me. So I was already kind of heart opened here, and she starts talking about what the impact of the work was on her and what it's meant for her. And as soon as she starts talking, I just flood, like emotionally flood, and I'm continuing, like through the whole thing, I'm flooded. And I want you to see this so that you get, like, our staff is in with you. We're emotionally available and connected as we're moving through this transformational journey. So here's Karin.
Hi.
Hi.
There's so much I could say. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. But I'm just remembering last night that I told you I was really getting how sensitive you are. And there's something that happens for me that I have a very hard time explaining. Like, you've changed my life. And working with you has changed my life. And I've been behind the scenes on the staff and in this seat as a participant. And I can't figure out how to explain it to the people. That's why I can't do a fucking testimonial, because it's like so tender in here what happens I have not figured out yet how to say it. So I want to, but I had a very similar experience to what Jessica is describing, because I was at your first event where you blew it. You blew the offer, and you redid it like this. And then my belly dropped like, this person's my teacher. Because the whole time I was at the event, I was tracking how, like, masterful. I'm a fucking snob. I am a snob. I will not trust myself with people at all. And I went into your space, and I was like, I want to get a microphone for the first time, like, ever. Every day. Because I don't want to be an invisible 9 for the rest of my life. And I felt you see me, which is huge. And had I not gone up to talk to you after, I would never have known. I would have known you were my teacher, and I would have been like, I need something more from that guy, but I didn't sign up for the program. And it was the same thing. When you looked at me and you said, I want you in my coach's program, I was like, you do? I didn't know before. And my only question was, do I have to be you when I'm in your program? And you were like, oh, God, no. I want you to be you. Like, I want you to be you more than I want anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I got to drive now, so let me see. And then it took like 20 minutes. I'm like, because I was leaving another community to choose yours. That meant a lot to me. That also changed my life. And I don't know, I'm so glad we're talking about this. You guys are talking about this, because I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah. I think you're incredible, sensitive, deep, masterful, badass, fun person who's changed my life. I'm so grateful. And I want to help figure out how to get the other people to know this. I really want to help with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That feels really good to hear.
Yeah.
So there you have it. We are working this ourselves. We are on the developmental path with you, practicing the relational skills, the being revealed, the helping you be revealed, spreading this out to our communities, to our families, to our work groups, all the time. And we want this for you. We want these skills to be so at your fingertips, so practiced that it's just easy for you to navigate conflict and to smoothly move into and through it so that the relationships are more solid on the other side, and to be able to do your emotional and spiritual work in a container where you feel safe. It's meaningful to us. So I hope this gives you some sense of that.